Do not intermittent fast if you're an entrepreneur. So when you're intermittent fasting, you're pretty much constricting the time windows in which you're going to eat, in which you're able to eat, down to 12 hours, 10 hours, and even down to 1 or 2 hours, which is effectively one meal a day, OMAD. What's happening to your body actually when you do this? So a normal healthy liver stores 150 grams of sugar at all times in order to be able to handle over 500 functions. So when you constrict the time in which you're eating, when you're constricting your feeding windows, or you, let's say, forget to eat a meal, your body is going to run out of glucose, out of sugar, out of carbs, and ultimately is going to tap into your liver in order to release glucose in your blood, because glucose is much needed for many of the functions of your body cells. This process is actually named gluconeogenesis. When gluconeogenesis occurs, cortisol shoots up in your system. We've heard many people say that this way of intermittent fasting is actually the way that our ancestors lived and survived, because they were not eating 3 to 5 meals a day, they were eating their big meal and that was it. But what many people are not aware of is that being an entrepreneur, you're obviously not the average person, because entrepreneurs are not our ancestors. What our ancestors need to deal with on a daily basis were to hunt for their foods, to actually move and switch places, and to find mates in order to create offsprings. What an entrepreneur has to deal with on a daily basis is a lot more than those 3 activities that our ancestors need to do. When you are stressing yourself because of the many decisions that you have to make, because you're constantly stressing about your business, you have to manage staff. There are many things you have to think on a daily basis about your business that are stressing you out and increasing cortisol production. The cortisol is something that in excess is really dangerous for you and is something that you want to avoid at all times. And by having excess cortisol from intermittent fasting is something that is really going to impair you in the long game. Many of you are already in an energy deficit, meaning that you're already low on energy and you're already tired as it is. So by you adding an extra stressor, intermittent fasting, for example, that is going to increase your cortisol levels even more, is ultimately going to have the adverse effects of what you are looking to do with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting also affects your sleep, because when cortisol is shooting up in your system, your body goes into fight or flight mode. It is keeping you awake, your body stresses, and you cannot get into deep sleep mode, having a drastic impact on your sleep quality. Cortisol is mainly meant to wake you up and act as a painkiller, or mainly work in life or death, fight or flight situations, because sleep has a big impact on your daily ability to execute, focus, concentrate, and your overall energy levels. Having your body shoot up cortisol all day long is really bad and dangerous in the long term. And also when you're intermittent fasting, your body goes into autophagy mode, which is ultimately eating your own cells in order to survive and keep producing energy. This is something that it plays a big role if you're trying to build strength or muscle, and if you're trying to do so, this is very bad news. So this is why you should avoid intermittent fasting, especially if you're an entrepreneur who wants to have high levels of energy, focus, and have mental clarity at all times. And I hope you guys learned something from today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.